It is New Zealand, the #1 ranked team at the moment, sitting top of the table after a final and a win so far this season. Ireland, the defending champions here, but with a vastly, vastly different team. It's giving Auckland. Underway for Ireland, taking on New Zealand. Sarah Hirini is not going to be able to bring that in. She's just been brought down safely, but the bounce is going to be good from Reese Pody Lane. She's been chased away here by Hannah Clark. Clark has a despairing dive, another one comes at her, but the bounce was kind for Reese Pody Lane, and she had enough gas to get the first try on the board inside 15 seconds.
Well, it was the combination of a kind bounce off the restart, but also patience from Reese Pody Lane. Just watch here, she sits in the pocket just in case that pod, well, someone's gone upside down there from New Zealand, but just in case that pod couldn't catch it, she sat in the pocket there, picked up a beautiful bounce, and she is away. Too much in the legs.
Converts her own try, Reese Pody Lane, and New Zealand goes 7-0 up. New Zealand kick-off. Some possession as Teresa Setefano tries to blow through. Little change of tactic here from Katie Wheeler, just banging it away, the debutante, and making New Zealand go back and chase. And that is what Caitlin Vahakolo has to do. Nice little change up for Ireland, trying to get New Zealand down in their own territory. Hirini chasing a bobbling ball, or ducking under one. And then again, she just puts the head down. Sarah Hirini won't have the pace, but she will have the support. And New Zealand look like they are going to bust out pretty comfortably here again for Dice Faliafunga. Trying to go in a little bit closer for the kick, but Dice Faliafunga gets New Zealand second.
Well, initially, I liked the idea from Ireland to kick it downtown. No sweeper in behind the defensive line for the New Zealand side. And the skipper, Sarah Hirini, so elusive. Look at that. Made it look easy, one-on-one. Makes a nice break up the field, chases in numbers, and Dice Faliafunga in support. Give it here, Skip. I'll get it done.
The try scorer on the board, her first for the weekend. New Zealand had 6 different try scorers in their first win over Brazil. We had Faliafunga to that list. 12-0. To go deep from the kickoff. Here's Katie Whelan. And they concede a penalty held on, and New Zealand is full of running at the moment. Complete command. No, they've got the wood over Ireland in the history. And the team playing well as Faliafunga drags a couple to the line, but Ireland has scrambled nicely here on the line to hold her up. Good job from Baker and Burns for Ireland.
Yeah, that was all heart, that effort. Particularly Baker and Burns working in tandem there. Dice Faliafunga, such a powerhouse of an athlete, trying to rip her way to the right, get the ball down. Found some Irish bodies underneath instead, but they're in prime position here, New Zealand.
Not too stressed on the bench by the look of things. There's the Pody Lane. Felix Hotham will change of direction. Had Vahakolo with her. To go herself, did Felix Hotham. Now Setefano just looking to hold it up, and then eventually it comes back for the 13, and Jasmine Felix Hotham goes in under the posts for New Zealand's third.
That's the cool head, Teresa Setefano. She knew all they needed was some go forward, just straighten that defensive line up. She's barking orders there, get around me to Jasmine Felix Hotham, takes the ball forward, draws in that couple of defenders to create the mismatch. Felix Hotham strolls in untouched.
All those different attacking weapons. That we've got no player in the top 5 of the most tries so far this season, but they've got 6 in the top 20. No other team's got more than 2. They've got lots of threats, 10 different try scorers in Dubai.
That's an intimidating stat. Strike weapons all over the park, New Zealand.
Here comes another one, Elena Saeli. Ireland have just had no ball. And a dangerous New Zealand side as Felix Hotham puts a lovely ball onto the chest of Vahakolo, who gets New Zealand's 4th, her 4th of the weekend. And Caitlin Vahakolo continues her scoring streak.
All she needed was a little bit of space, Caitlin Vahakolo. But what about the right to left peel here? Jasmine Felix Hotham with the face ball out to the speed. She knew that there was space out there right on the chest where you want it. A healthy lead in this first half for New Zealand.
Little fans too, loving it, inspiring a new generation. For sure, 24 points to nil, still just under 2 to go in this half, and here's going to be a mistake off the kickoff.
It's frustrating for New Zealand, relieving any pressure that they were putting Ireland under. There's no urgency here from the Irish, though. Still 1.5 minutes in this first half.
Go ahead.
Tap from the Irish captain, Megan Burns. So good for them. She was instrumental here last year, Megan Burns. Really having to take a lot on this young team. Oldest player is Kathy Baker at 26. There is Kathy Baker. Missed Perth last year. She was another of the ACL club who made her way back from in time for the Olympics.
Last foot.
Debutante. Ireland have lost a bit of ground here. You just cannot find a way through this black wall. And Burns and Baker can't keep control of it, and New Zealand have more possession, looking for a fifth before the half. Sayeli goes herself and then loses control. All just squirts out of the hands. It's a little bit greasy.
Then a second.
New Zealand really dictating the pace of this game and where the Irish attack. It's coming through some great defensive efforts, particularly Teresa Stefano.
Scrums here. Yeah.
That press defence, aggressive off the line, forcing Ireland to go back into where the traffic is.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Here is Stefano in at first receiver. Felix Hotham. Oh, Vahakolo had coming close on the angled run. Just clinging on to the shorts was Hannah Clark for Ireland, but danger not over as Sayeli crashes forward. Good tackle made on her by Corrigan. There it is for Hirini. Stefano just really calm. Such a cool head.
Still
really
in.
Experienced Teresa Stefano. Do with some support on the floor there, and it comes in the form of Hirini. Here's Vahakolo again looking to take on the defenders. Beats one. Just about beats the second. Able to get the ball away. Ireland doing well to hold them out at the moment. Pody Lane. And there's that step. Oh, that's so lethal. Greasy Pody Lane's footwork leaves the defenders. All ends up in New Zealand. Grab another try in this first half.
Well, you come up against Reese Pody Lane one-on-one. You end up having nightmares. Look at this. Ball movement from New Zealand. Precision on the pass. Shapes to go right. Little kick out. Steps off the right foot. That's her signature there. Hits the gas. You see the disappointment from the Irish defence. Out on their feet at the moment.
5 tries in the half, and New Zealand have raced away to lead Ireland 31 points to nil at the break. Manaya Nuku onto the field for New Zealand. Goes long and deep with this kick-off ball, and they might have forced a mistake here for Claire Gorman. Maybe come off the foot, getting away with one regardless. And Ireland working from deep with Kate Farrell-McCabe, one of the winners here in Perth last year, and then a welcome. This is a great return for her too. Had a horror injury one as well. Claire Gorman will clear. Now going across is O'Connor. And it is just straight into Sarah Hirini for Farrell-McCabe. What a welcome back for her. Ireland making no ground whatsoever, and then it was just a hopeful kick, a hassled and hurried kick to try and get out of there.
It's the second time New Zealand have kicked deep off the restart, really backing their defence. And it's paying dividends for them. Looking at the field position they've got now, Ireland have the line-out feed, but watch this New Zealand press defence.
Robin O'Connor, oh, that's got a fingertip from Hirini, so New Zealand win possession back off the line-out steal, and that allows them to go again with Nuku, and then Felix Hotham puts it down.
Thanks. Slippery ball. She had to catch that one above her head. She'll be frustrated there.
95 and 10. Sub.
Breaks have been released. And out she comes, Michaela Break. Blyde. What a 1-2 punch with Caitlin Vahakolo. Talked to her about it in the week.
Time is back on.
World-class international wingers.
Crouch.
Michaela Break's return tournament.
Bind.
After an extended break, sorry. After the Olympics. I'm allowed to, apparently. Oh, Ireland, they're just really struggling to get their game. This is such a vastly different Irish team. And learning the hard way in the cauldron.
It really is. That's the best way you learn, Ricky, is you get thrown in the deep end against the world's best side currently. Lots and lots of lessons to come out of this one. New Zealand, they've only lost one game this season, and that was in the final against Australia in Dubai. So
Taken incorrectly.
they'll want to be continuing this upward trajectory.
Scrum. Taken incorrectly, it was in front.
New Zealand keeping Georgia Miller on ice at the moment too in this one, sitting on the bench.
Crouch. Bind.
Here come Ireland. This is a good little tear away from Hannah Clark. Second generation Irish international. After her dad represented Ireland at the 91 World Cup. Some good front foot ball for Fitzpatrick to be able to clear away. And a good cut up the middle. Again. And Clark once more. Quick ball retention. Kate Farrell-McKay once more close to that sideline. Paul and Break come together to make the tackle.
First player on, good turnover.
Oh, stolen from Nuku. Hiddeny again playing big minutes in this match, as we've seen from her this season. There's a little bit of footwork from the powerhouse of Dice Faleafunga. Super strong, and then the gas to get away and get her second, Faleafunga.
Such an impressive finish there from Dice Faleafunga, linking up once again with her captain, Sarah Hiddeny. Made it look easy. Look at this, draws in that last defender. Had to catch it above the head. Little in and away there, but too strong up top. You can't tackle those players, the powerful players up top like that. Got to get low body height, get your shoulders on. Dice Faleafunga, all smiles.
Wave to the crowd, made her return in Dubai after the birth of her twins a couple of years ago. New Zealand turned down the kick. They're 36-0, Miller's into the action. And it's play on here for Ireland. Blowing through though, Kelsey Tinetti, who's had a wonderful start to the season. Miller now for Nuku. Felix Hotham looking to release Break for the first time. Bouncing, pinballing, 1, 2, 3, and then the acceleration and around another, beats another. Break still going up over the 22. Finally, she stopped. And then it's Nuku through the middle. New Zealand have got this match on a string.
Manaia Nuku, the beneficiary off the back of an incredible effort from Michaela Break. Spotted nicely, had the support out to the right. Just a little dummy is all she needed to do to sell the Irish defence. To sneak her way, shimmy her way through that gap.
Sure. Just forget that conversion. I think the hand went to the mouth in horror. And okay, 41-0. Oh, Ireland did really well to get control of that one. Off the kickoff. Here's Lucia Lynn, another of the debutantes. For Ireland, there's 4 of them in the side this weekend. Norman. Ellen Boland rather can't control it. New Zealand will look to strike back here again on more turnover ball. They've had plenty of it. And Georgia Miller puts it down.
First touch of the ball there for Georgia Miller. She's been instrumental in the success of the Blackburn 7 so far
Ireland,
this season.
I need a genuine attempt to hook, please. You can't just feed it behind that last spot, all right? Thank you.
Named recently the Keltramain Memorial New Zealand Rugby Player of the Year. It is across every team in New Zealand Rugby. The youngest player to win that award since Jonah Lomu in 1995.
Play on, ball is out. It's a ball.
It's rugged from New Zealand. Miller's all over that too. And that is why, that's part of the work she does to get the accolades she has received.
Absolutely smart play there from Georgia Miller. Remember when she made her debut in Dubai 2023, and she was the most exciting thing to hit the circuit. Here come New Zealand again with Paul and Felix Hotham looking to release break once more, and there's a little half gap, but a good cover tackle is made again once more by Robin O'Connor. New Zealand's retention and recycling of possession is really quick though, and now it's Kelsey Teneti on the right edge, and Teneti will add her name to the score sheet right on the stroke of the full-time bell. Was the work from Georgia Miller at the breakdown, coming away with that initial penalty. Kelsey Teneti, fresh legs, as we can see on screen here. An impressive finish to what's been a comprehensive win for New Zealand.
Not quite a perfect 10 tries for the Black Ferns, but it's 8. 8 tries to 0, and it's 46 points to 0. That is a good 14 minutes of work for the Blackburn Sevens as they try to arrest and change what they did here in Perth last year. Right, let's go down and get some reaction from the New Zealand team. Reese Poldy-Lane with Victoria Waters.
Reese, a great start to your campaign in here in Perth. What's been the main focus in training this week?
Well, I think for us, we're just focusing on us, on what our strengths are. Doing the simple things well. I think we still, after our first game, had a little bit of some improvements that we needed to bring into this game, but the girls are looking sharp. We know each day is a different story, so we'll recover up tonight and come out again tomorrow morning.